While I oftentimes predict the beginning or end of a marriage, job loss, residential moves, I don't usually venture into forecasting or speculating on the weather or natural events. Yet astrology has consistently been able to explain why a particular disaster or weather event occurred. Because the upcoming transit of Uranus into Taurus is speaking so loudly to me and showing up in the charts of a number of my Los Angeles clients, I'm producing this video as a warning about a potential significant earthquake. First off, Uranus brings surprises, chaos, disruption, breakage, and in the sign of Taurus, the Earth, it is common sense to assume that we will experience some seismic activity. And yes, I understand that earthquakes occur all the time, and if I were to investigate further, I have no doubt that a particular planet or aspect of a city or country were affected at the time of said quake. Several glaring examples include the Haiti earthquake when Pluto in Capricorn, destruction of structures on the Earth, squared Saturn, the ruler of the country's sun. Fukushima occurred at the tail end of Uranus in Pisces, extreme water activities, and Uranus into Aries, unusual explosions. The devastating tsunami of 2004 occurred during the time of Capricorn with a Mars-Uranus in Pisces square aspect. This year, Uranus moves into Taurus on May 16th, and oftentimes there is an event that locks in the nature of the upcoming 8-year cycle. Uranus and Taurus will also bring changes to our currency and money markets, building materials, environmental solutions, and more. But for now, in the sake of this video, I am focusing on the probability of the next big one. Both the charts of Los Angeles and Las Vegas contain Capricorn planets and strong Uranus aspects. Anytime something is moving in the sky that reflects the natural placement of the birth chart, it wakes up or triggers the inherent energies. Even before the date of the ingress, there is a lot of planetary disturbance showing up. And in fact, like Fukushima, the event happens in the transition from one sign to another. Mars in Capricorn will be conjuncting Pluto from April 22nd through May 2nd, while Mars will also be squaring Uranus in its last degrees, May 9th through May 22nd. Notice that the Uranus ingress of May 16th is situated between these dates. Mars-Pluto is war, rape, bombing, pillaging, and dictatorship in politics, and intensity, violence, destruction, and implosion when related to weather events. Again, remember, everything is in Earth. Mars-Uranus is likewise revolution, unexpected chaos, electrical problems, explosions, accidents, crazy men. Both Mars-Pluto and Mars-Uranus can be implicated in domestic violence, as well as war and repression. If there is an earthquake, how will Trump react? If in California, not likely in a compassionate way, and the Uranus-Taurus ingress also coincides with Mars going into Aquarius, the same place it was on Election Day 2016 and where the Sun was on Inauguration Day 2017. This suggests a pivotal event in Trump's presidency, but there are an innumerable number of self-induced problems to select from. Los Angeles is a Virgo city with Mars in Capricorn and Pluto in Aquarius. It also has Chiron in Taurus, wounds based on land and values. Las Vegas is a Pisces city, but it has a Uranus in the Capricorn, Mars in Aquarius signature. Both locations have the destructive aspects of Mars, Pluto, Uranus in Capricorn and Aquarius. These are the energies that will be highly active end of April through mid-May. With Las Vegas, I might predict some earlier minor catastrophe, a gas explosion, April 16th through 18th, smack in the middle of Mercury direct and Saturn retrograde. I realize some of these details may be eye-glazing to the non-astrologer, but stations are times when action happens. The days between two stations, just like that between eclipses, is always highly volatile. Now again, fortunately, emergency services and first responders are excellent at their jobs, so barring a Kurt Russell escape from LA type scenario, we must all simply be alert, patient, and practical. But don't panic, have the necessary food and water for several days. But if you don't want to experience an earthquake or have the resources to stay out of town, it might be a good time to take a vacation. And Uranus in Taurus presupposes a change in values to a more simple, natural lifestyle, so perhaps we will all get back to more solid roots after the necessary shakeouts. And I do hope law enforcement and FEMA take note of these dates as well as geologists. Science has its own bias, material plane logic, so there is a tendency to dismiss information that may come from more esoteric methods, but that is a knowledge barrier that must come down. Changes are coming, so at the risk of sounding like Jordan Maxwell, Be safe out there, guys. I met astrologer Patrice Kamens.